So describe the type of town you grew up in, like a city, a suburb, or a...
Okay, well, York City, I didn't grow up in the city. I'll just explain it to you.
All right.
Around the city, it was built up of suburbs, either called townships or boroughs, and we lived in a township. It was a middle-class neighborhood.
All right.
All around the city of York, they're either townships or boroughs. I don't know what the difference was,
Yeah.
but ours was Spring Garden Township that I grew up in. It was a middle-class neighborhood.
What was it? Spring Garden Township?
Yeah, Spring, and then Garden.
Yeah, township. All right.
Yeah. Middle-class neighborhood. Mothers stayed at home. The dads, either made up of blue-collar or white-collar jobs.
Yeah. All right, so that pretty much... So pretty much all of the neighborhoods around you were middle class, or?
Yeah.
All right. And then so the next one, did everyone in your community know each other? And did you guys, like, if so, did you do like things together, like was it a closely tight-knit community, or were you guys kind of just did your own thing?
Well, we knew everybody within 4 blocks. I didn't take you and drive you through your college. That might have been Kayla. I can't remember.
Yeah.
They were made up of streets. I'm trying to think.
Like, did you and the kids within the 4 blocks hang out a lot, or?
Oh yeah, we played ball together. We'd basketball, baseball, because it was about, I'd say, probably about 10 of us that lived, within a block or 2 of one another, and we could play basketball 3-on-3. We took turns hitting baseballs, to the outfield, where you might have 3 or 4 guys in the outfield and 1 guy pitching. Sometimes we'd throw, football, like 3-on-3 or 4-on-4,
Yeah.
Touch.
Touch? Come on.
Touch football.
All right.
Now they call it, it's kind of like now they grab the flag,
yeah.
and pull the flag off of a belt, something like that.
Yeah.
You ever see that?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
Flag football?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've played that before.
We didn't have the flags. We just, we touched somebody, hit them on the shoulder or whatever,
Yeah.
instead of tackling somebody.
Yeah. So then you'd say...
pads, helmets, any of that stuff.
Yeah. So then you would probably say that most of your friends growing up lived, right next to you, right?
Yeah.
Did you have any friends who lived, kind of far away, or no?
No. Most people stayed within their neighborhoods. See, now, where Riggs lives, that would still be considered a neighborhood because it's close by.
Yeah.
But over where, that's a different town. But over where, what was the other Irish people that used to live there and they moved to New Jersey?
Oh, yeah.
See, that would be a different neighborhood.
Yeah. Like in
Ipswich. You know who I mean? Across.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
O'Neill's.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that would be a different neighborhood, and you didn't hang out with them because you really didn't know them.
Yeah. Because you didn't really have, the cars to get over there and all that stuff.
No, I mean, well, I'm talking, 12, 13, 14, 15, and even at 16, you didn't really hop in a car and drive places.
Yeah.
People weren't wealthy. I had some real wealthy friends whose parents owned businesses.
Yeah.
But they lived in a different neighborhood.
So then, I'm pretty sure we already answered this one. So did you work within your community? But you said you did like paper route and that kind of stuff, right?
Before I could drive, yeah, I had a paper route.
And then mowing lawns.
I told you all about that. Yeah, how you didn't get paid unless you collected all the money, and you had to go into the paper company and you had to stamp all these couple hundred.
For your $5, right?
Yeah, for my $5. And then once I drove, I worked at a grocery store chain called Wise Markets.
Oh yeah, we already went over that too.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so what type of stores were in your community? Like, was it just like your average, like your market, your post office?
They don't have these things anymore. It was your neighborhood grocery store that carried canned goods, your cereals. There was no big stores like your Stop and Shop.
Yeah, I know you mean. Costco,
Market
all that.
Basket. The whole city might have had two of those, and they were in town.
Oh yeah.
So if A&P was one of them that was in town, I remember Mom would go to. But most of the time, we'd go to the local grocery store, which was basically not much bigger than your first floor. I would say it was the size of your kitchen, your dining room, and the big TV room with the fireplace.
Yeah.
The gas fireplace.
How far away were you?
The size of your grocery stores.
How far away were you from the city?
Grocery stores, about a block and a half.
No, from the city.
Oh, how far away was I from the city?
Yeah.
If I walked 2 blocks, I was in the city.
Oh. So,
the outskirts of the city. Downtown city.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I was probably a mile and a half.
Oh, so it's wasn't that bad.
No. Because the only movie theaters were downtown York, and we could walk to them.
Oh, alright. Alrighty, I'm pretty sure we've gone over this, but you didn't have any different ethnic groups in your community, right? It was just white, right?
No, it was all, I don't want to say native born. We were all English-speaking white, although some were, from German backgrounds.
Yeah.
Grandparents, German, French, Irish, English.
Yeah.
But we were all
born
and raised, in that community.
Yeah. So did you guys ever have like a problem or like a natural disaster in your community in which you were like forced to come together and overcome it, like a hurricane or like a flood or anything like that? Like
not really,
snowstorm or nothing?
Not as a kid growing up.
All right. Yeah, but that's like what we.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about no.
All right.
No.
So maybe something.
Well, you can add this. After I was married, you could look it up.
That's probably gonna be in that part's
TMI incident. We went to the shore. Gogs and we all went to the shore then because it was a nuclear disaster on 3 Mile Island.
Yeah.
But that wasn't when I was growing up.
Yeah,
there was nothing when I was a kid growing up.
All right, so that probably wouldn't be in there. So what would you say about for people your age? What do you think? What was the like the common job of like the average person in your community? Like say when you're 15, 16, like that.
What was you mean us kids?
Yeah.
Well, we'd mow lawns in the summer, shovel snow in the winter.
Like no like jobs though, like.
Well, see, no, not unless you could drive. And And then once you drove, about the only place you could get a job was a supermarket. See, they had those then. When I say there weren't any supermarkets, I'm going back to when I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you know. But then eventually, then you got your supermarkets as I got older, you know.
Yeah.
There was Giant and Wise and A&P. But as a small kid, they really didn't have those things.
All right. And then what was the average job of like a man though, like an adult? Would you say?
Well, they were either most of them were factory workers.
At like the local factory, or?
Well, see, York was a major industrial city. It had one of the biggest. Caterpillar was here. Dentsply was here, where Gogs worked. We had Alice Chalmers, which made equipment. We had Borg Warner, which made air conditioning units. York was really a major industrialized city.
Yeah.
And people worked they were factories.
So that was the main job, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It was either that or eventually department stores, you know?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we've already gone over it. Did you have to contribute to the family's income?
No.
So, like, whatever you made, you got to keep?
Yeah. I mean, they didn't ask for my $5 from, you know, my paper route or the little bit that I made working in the grocery store. Once I was driving, I used that to put gas in the car.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. And then you had lived in a safe community, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was
Never crime or anything?
No crime, nothing. No shootings back then, no robberies. It was safe. You didn't even have to lock your front doors when you went away.
Really?
That's how safe. And that's the way everybody was. They'd go away, you'd have your windows open, you know, because we really didn't have air conditioning when I was real young. And you'd leave your windows open, go away, and half time you didn't lock your front doors.
Wow.
You never locked your cars when you let them on the streets.
Wow,
it was a different time back then. Well, they didn't have seatbelts either in your cars.
All right. Growing up, what political changes have affected the economy, would you say?
Well, World War II was ending, and then you had the Korean War. So, and political changes. Let me think here for a minute. Well, you had as I got a little older, you had the Cold War. That was between U.S. and the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
And conflicts were the Korean War, and you had a space race. I don't know if you ever heard of Sputnik.
Yeah.
Sputnik 1, that was the first Russian...
spaceship rocket, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It was the first thing into space.
Yeah.
But the Cold War between the U.S. and the Soviet Union, that was big, you know. It was always, was there going to be a disaster? Was there going to be a war between the U.S. and, I guess it was Khrushchev back then. Don't ask me how to spell that.
No.
I have no idea. Nikita Khrushchev, because he was running Russia back then.
So, like, when you were just growing up, they were, like, coming out of the Great Depression, right?
Oh, that was long before.
What?
That we were already out of it.
Yeah, I know, but, like, so how was the economy then?
It was pretty decent, really. The economy was good. People could afford